Good morning. Anybody happen to come alive here? There's bound to be somebody else up beside myself, I suspect. It's 5 o'clock. Time to get up and go deer hunting anyway. Hey, Mike, you must be going fishing. Yeah, buddy. Good luck to you. Yeah, good luck, man. Catch a big one. There's a link if you want to come up while you're traveling so people can see where you're going. Look at this. Boy, Lucky's back at it again. This was last night. That damn cat. You must be the only one up going fishing. Ain't nobody else showed up. There's usually several people up at this time of the morning. Boy, I wish I could read chat from right here. Must be to catch me out. Boy, I can sit here and sleep. They being lazy. Yeah, I guess so. Last night was the longest I've slept in, hell, 3 weeks, I reckon. Went to bed at 10, woke up at 5 something. That's a pretty good stretch of sleep for what I've been doing. Been going to bed at 9:30, 10, getting up at 1 o'clock, staying up to 4 o'clock, going back to bed, sleeping till 8 o'clock. Boy, I got my sleeping habits are terrible disarranged now. My headphones are not working on this StreamYard. Can you hear me, Mike? All right? Well, I'm talking through this webcam up here, I guess. I know you're trying to get ready to go fishing. I ain't gonna bother you about all that. Don't forget the bait. I said, how is my volume? Can you hear me all right? My headset's not working on StreamYard, so I'm having to talk through this webcam up here, and I was just wondering if the volume is okay, because I'm trying not to talk too loud. I don't want to get a knot on the back of my head. If I wake my wife up, she'll come in here throwing stuff. Thanks, man. Pumping gas. Well, it ain't so bad pumping gas now. Our prices up here down below $3 down here. And if you're a Toyota Tundra lover, you love that. Now you can at least get 20 miles from home without having to buy gas. And if you own a Toyota Tundra, instead of owning a toolbox in the back of your truck, you need a gas tank. 208, that's good, man. Yeah, it's getting like it ought to be. I wonder if all these prices are going to start falling because of shipping costs getting cheaper. I doubt it. Don't nothing ever go down, don't seem like. Now, you know, when the gas was $4 or $5 a gallon, it was costing like heck to ship stuff, especially on ground service. But I wonder if they're going to drop their prices, or if Trump's going to make them drop their prices if they keep price gouging on the shipping stuff. I hadn't bought off Amazon in quite a while. I don't know if the shipping costs can come down any or not. Have you been keeping up with that Brown University shooting deal at all? It's amazing to me what people that get in high positions can do and get away with. The guy that turned the investigation around was sleeping in the basement of the building that he came in and shot up. He was a homeless guy. Anyway, he was a homeless guy living in the bottom of the building that the shooter went in and shot the student. And he confronted that guy on the campus several times. Once he didn't get shot. Anyway, he finally went to the police and gave him a description of the car and told them they needed to investigate it, and that's how they caught the guy. So I guess he's in line for the $50,000 reward. Can you imagine a homeless fellow living in the basement of a classroom in a major college like Brown University? Can you imagine that? That's almost as bad as living in the basement of your house. and they got, I forget how many $1 billion grants from the government to put up cameras, but it's in the billions. Yeah, that's wild. It's crazy. Craziest thing I ever heard of in my life. Yeah, whoever running that place needs to be looking for a job. Sounded to me like the patients, like in that movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Sounded to me like the patients are running the asylum. I don't know. Some news report said he was a janitor. He probably carried a broom around and everybody thought he was a janitor. But last night on CNN, they were talking about they called him homeless. He's unnamed. They just call him John. But John's going to get him a $50,000 reward from the FBI. Unless somebody beats him out of it. But Providence, Rhode Island, $50,000 probably won't go far. I don't know about the taxes in that part of the world, but I know 50,000 don't go far down here. And we got low taxes. Low taxes and terrible roads. Somebody else has joined in. Add a link if anybody wants to come up here. Whoever that new person is. And I'm watching the basement too, because I'm bad by not seeing to the left. Okay, good luck, Mike. Be safe out there. Pay attention now. Be safe and good luck. Thank you for stopping in. There's the link. I finally remember to click on send. I'm down to begging for somebody to come on up here now. Somebody just came in. Come on in and talk to her. Say good morning to Lucky. Hey, Lucky. At least say good morning. Type good morning to whoever that is. I can't type, but I can talk a little bit. I can mumble. I will say good morning to you. If I go back to bed now, I won't wake up till 11 o'clock. I got to cut up a bunch of deer meat today for shish kebab Monday. Yeah, man. Hey, Otis. Otis, there's the link if you want to come up and visit, man. Just click on it. You're more than welcome, buddy. Seems like every time I go live, you show up. Yeah, man, my taste buds. I bought a 15-pound flathead for Thanksgiving. We had a bunch of turkey left over, wasn't no fish. I didn't get to eat cold fish but one time, and that was Thanksgiving night. I love to reach in the refrigerator and get me a piece of fish off a platter. I just like it. Come on up, Bill. I got some news for you, buddy. I lied to you yesterday about Mike Crow's telephone number. He got my number. I don't have his, or you'd already had it. I don't have his number, but I'm going to get it next time I see his sister at the doctor up there. Cloud a lot of snow. What part of the world are you in, Otis? I probably already asked, but I don't remember. Wherever it is, it's snowing. It's snowed a bunch. Kansas, okay. You know where Wamego is? Wamego, Kansas, around Manhattan. It's right next to Kansas State. I had a dear friend that lived in Wamego, and he was a flathead fishing fool, man. He caught some good flatheads out of that little river up there. I guess it's the Kansas River or the Blue River or something. I never did get up there to go fishing with him, but he came down here and stayed with me a week every summer for years and years. His daughter was granddaughter was quite a softball player, and I had gotten into college softball pretty good. Anyway, she signed out of high school. She went to Oklahoma and was going to transfer. And Dale called me and told me she was leaving Oklahoma. And I was on my way to Ole Miss when that happened. As soon as I got to Ole Miss, I found a softball coach. He knew exactly who she was. She ended up playing 4 years at Ole Miss. Yeah. I used to coach her over the telephone. I had an indoor hitting cage in the basement. And when Dale found out I knew a little bit about teaching baseball, I get her on the phone, and this is before we had what they call it, FaceTime. I get on the phone and walk her through what hitting drill. And she was all state. And senior year, she was a pitcher and a hitter. The girl stood about 6 foot tall. And built perfect, built like an athlete. Kay and I invited out to eat over at Oxford one time at Ole Miss, and we went over there, and there was a barbecue joint there in downtown Oxford. And it was in the afternoon, and when that girl walked in that place, you could hear the pin drop. She was dressed up and 6 foot tall. Good gracious. What's wrong, Bill? You ain't got your drawers on yet, boy? I know you got a story to tell, or at least one good lie. Yeah, it went down real quick, Otis. I don't know how far you are from Wamego or any of that, but there's some good flathead fishing right around there. And the shallow river. And we got another buddy that went out there turkey hunting, and they had a ranch. They cut hay off of Fort Riley. They had a hay contract on Fort Riley to cut and bale all that hay on it, all that land of Kansas. I guess that's Kansas State. What you cooking, Bill? No, that's Otis is cooking. Kind of unusual that Wild Bill ain't coming up. He must be on something. He got something going on. I know I sound like I'm drugged up, but I'm just can't hardly hold my eyes open. I got up, but I guess I should have stayed down. I don't know. There's three of them up here now. Somebody come on up here. There's a terrible cat. Hey, Jody. I could very easily, Jody. Come on up, Jody, and say good morning. I think if I had somebody to talk to, I wouldn't be so sleepy, but I'm having to lean over here to read this print. And reading always puts me to sleep. Grits with cheese grits and one egg. East with me go. I forget the name. It's a big reservoir over that way. It was a little small reservoir too. I don't know. He fished it. He fished the river below that little small reservoir. What's the name of that little place? I can't remember. Hey, Wild Bill.
Hey, Coach, how you doing this morning?
All right, man.
I was in the living room, with wife sleeping. I didn't want to do all this talking and wake her up and have her come out and tell me something I didn't want to hear.
I got the same problem because my headphones are not picking up the audio that's coming through my speakers up there.
Well, that
I
ain't
got a
good.
grandson that's supposed to be coming tomorrow, but they called and had to back out. He
I got you.
he could fix it, but I ain't smart enough to fix it.
I don't know much about this stuff either. Those computers and all that kind of stuff. I don't. I watched Arkansas get the brains beat out by Houston last night with a $10 million coach.
Send him some more money, man.
I'll tell you what, this NIL stuff. I was listening to Ed Orgeron. And they asked Ed. They said, "Well, what do you think about this NIL money?" NIL money. He said, "Ain't no difference. It used to come in the back door. Now it's just coming in the front door."
That's what I saw that.
I think college football has absolutely ruined itself. You know, you got quarterbacks making $1 to $2 million a year. Go to another school and make $2.5 million a year. Then you got coaches like Lane Kiffin who care about himself. They want look. I think Lane Kiffin is a genius offensive coordinator. I have no issues with that.
No doubt about that.
But he doesn't have any liabilities towards a school. He just doesn't care. I mean, it's just
It's about
leave.
him. It's all about him.
Yeah, he shouldn't have left Ole Miss. Ole Miss, you know, and then playing Tulane. My goodness, Tulane shouldn't even been in the playoffs. Oh, I told my wife, I said, when Ole Miss plays Tulane, they'll beat them by 35 points, and they did. We'll see. I think Indiana and Ohio State pretty well got this thing locked up. That's just my opinion.
I wouldn't count out Texas Tech now.
Texas Tech is good. You got a point there. We're gonna see. I just wish it'd go back to old school. You know, you sign a 4-year contract, or either they take these schools and say you can spend this much money. That's it. We're gonna have a cap. That's the way it's gonna be. That's the way it's gonna do. You know,
Well, let me tell you what I've started doing. K2, we started following the pros a lot closer, because at least the roster stay kind of the same.
Yeah.
And the coaches stay the same.
I don't know.
But Milford, Tuttle Creek, that's it, Odie. It's a sandbar or something over at Tuttle Creek he used to fish off of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a friend of mine used to live where Otis does.
I bet.
And I was just telling him where my friend used to fish.
So you can't sleep anymore because of your medicine?
No, I slept good last night. I went to bed at 10, woke up at 5.
That is good.
That's the longest spell I've had, but I just took I take morning pills too, you know.
Uh-uh.
And I'm one of them people, I can take 2 Advil and sleep for 10 hours.
Wow.
So you can imagine what all this other stuff done to me.
I can't sleep. I haven't been able to sleep in years. If I get 6 hours sleep a night, I'm lucky. I've always been like that. I just don't sleep well. Stand there.
I guess you heard what I said about Crow's telephone number.
No, I didn't.
Kay brought my phone out to me, and I was sitting outside yesterday, and she brought my phone out. She couldn't find Mike's telephone number. I don't have his number. He got my number.
I got you. I'll get on. I'll find it somehow.
You'll find it from me, because me and his brother-in-law on the same schedule at the radiologist.
Yeah.
And his sister's always in there.
Okay.
But we won't get back together till sometime next week, because and it won't be tomorrow because I go in early tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'll get it. I'll just give her my phone, and she'll put Mike's number in my phone.
Okay.
And I'll get it to you.
Did you say something was wrong with him also?
He's just crazy as hell, that's all.
Well, look, our whole little group that hung together was crazy.
We had a lot of good time, though.
I haven't heard from Mike in years. I hadn't. I hear from Jamie Russell every once in a while. Normally he called me when he's been into those Budweisers quite a bit.
Well, they got me off all that.
Yeah.
But I got 6 more treatments. I'm going to show them something then. I allowed to go to that 6th one staggering. I wonder what happens if I drink a bunch of beer and they boil my brain.
Wouldn't that be something?
Go smell like a brewer, top of my head blow off or something.
I'll tell you what, I hadn't drinking. I hadn't drinking forever. With the stroke and all the medicine and all that kind of junk. I got a good friend Luke Knox, good friend of mine. He's one of the premier neurosurgeons here in Northwest Arkansas. But he developed a disease that caused him to shake. I forgot the name of it.
Parkinson.
So he can't do surgery anymore, but he owns a huge ranch out in Texas. And he flies into Arkansas. He's got a big office here. 2 weeks, 2 weeks out of the month, and then the rest of the time he stays in Texas.
Yeah.
But I woke up one morning. I was laying in bed on a Sunday morning, and I got up to try to go to the bathroom. I moved, and man, I was screaming. It was hurting so bad. I thought, what in the world? I finally crawled up in the bathroom. Debbie come in there the next morning, and I said, I can't walk. She said, what you mean you can't walk? I said, no, I can't walk. My back. Anyway, I went to him, and he looked at my MRIs, and he said, I know, Bill, I know you're hard-headed. You don't want to have no surgery, but you're either going to have surgery or you're going to be in a wheelchair. You just make your pick. I said, well, my primary physician has been trying to set me up with a neurosurgeon for almost 5 months, and I hadn't heard anything back. This was on a Monday. He said, hold on. So he leaves and comes back about 20 minutes later. He said, you go see Dr. Peterson in the morning. And he's a neurosurgeon, back surgeon, neurosurgeon. I said, well, how good is he? He said, well, he's almost as good as me. That's all I can tell you. So I walked in his office, my wife and I, on a Tuesday, or I didn't walk, and I had a cane and everything else. And I went in there. He said, you're going to need surgery. And he said, but why don't you want to go home and think about it? I said, Doc, I've been thinking about it for 8 months. Let's just, anyway, they did surgery. After I had my surgery, Luke called me from his ranch, I know 3 or 4 times, checking on me about my back. And he said, that's when I didn't, because of medicine they were giving you. And then I had my stroke. And you can't, no alcohol with any of the medicine you're taking. That's from now on, that Rabistatin and all the blood thinners and all that kind of stuff. I can dick myself shaving, and I can barely ever. It takes 20 minutes to stop it. So I just can't fool with that stuff anymore.
Well, they after my surgery, that was one of the things they told me I couldn't do was shave.
Really?
Yeah. Looking, and they working up here. They ain't working here. And my wife went and bought me an electric razor. Well, you know about what my beard got like over a period of about 2 months. I could run that electric razor over it, and it didn't do nothing but pull hair. So finally, just last week, when I was up here getting that radiation, I told that guy, I said, look, because they put a mask over me and bolted down in 4 places. Got 4 wing nuts on each side.
Really?
And I can't even open my eyes, Bill. That's how tight that mask was made for me. They heated up this stuff. They heated up in some kind of, looked like a pressure cooker over there. And they put it on your face and form it to your face. And push it all down in little crevices all under your nose and everywhere. And they put it on and bolted it down with 4 wing nuts on each side.
Great.
And I can't even open my damn eyes.
And that's when you're taking your treatments?
Yeah. They shoot me right here in the top of the head.
And that's for, what's that for? Is that to make sure it doesn't come back or something? Or?
They're trying to kill the surgeon. The surgeon and the MRI show they got it all. But they radiating that place because them tumors have fingers on them.
I got you.
And they radiating trying to make sure they kill them going them fingers and all that. The way I understand it.
I see Lucky jumping around there behind you. You better watch out.
Yeah.
So, does it make you sick? Does it make you feel bad? Does it have any repercussions from doing that? Everything?
None at all. I ain't even had a damn headache, man.
Oh, somebody protecting you, my friend. That's crazy.
Look, and I'm doing chemo at the same time. I'm
Really?
doing chemo too, yeah.
And how
And
many treatments you got to do that?
30.
Good.
I got six left.
And you'll be a free man.
I'll be some kind of man.
What about your eating or any of that? Has it affected any of that?
No, I eat like a hog.
I'll be darned. Well, it ain't made you no prettier, so I guess that face mask ain't gonna help there, is it?
No, it ain't gonna help my looks none. But let me tell you about the chemo. I take it in pill form here at the house. And my wife has to wear rubber gloves to handle the pill.
Really?
Yeah. And Brian B. He's in here. He heard me talking about this the other night. When I pee, I have to sit down to pee. Cause if it's, sometimes you might pee on the seat or splash.
Yeah.
But it's so potent that I have to use a damn piece of toilet paper to make sure I don't get up and get it in my underwear or nothing. That chemo, it must be some strong stuff, boy.
Well, I'm scared when it's that potent and your wife can't touch it, and they put it in your body.
I know it.
That's a scary thing.
It's killing everything in my bloodstream, I reckon, good and bad.
I reckon so.
I think that's what it does.
How long you got to do that?
I don't know that yet. These doctors, these oncologists here in Greenville only give you chemo when you're taking radiation. But UMMC down at Jackson, they give it to you constantly every day.
You got some pretty good doctors there in Greenville.
Well, we got Dr. Hayek. I don't know if you remember him or not.
I do not.
Well, he's the one that brought Greenville through the COVID. He developed the treatment, and it ain't no telling how many folks he saved from COVID during the COVID deal. Everybody was going to him. I don't know what it is, Jody. I don't look here. When you get what I got, you just turn it over to the Lord and the doctors and hope they know what they're doing. The only reason I stayed up as late as I did last night, I was reading about what I got. Because I had never read up on none of it. First thing I read about malignant brain tumor life expectancy was 4.8 months.
Good.
And so now I'm going through these treatments. I was trying to find out a little bit more. Now that I kind of got my senses about me. And I know I'm stupid as a goose this morning, but that's because I'm so sleepy. I'm holding on to the ball here on this bed so I can keep from falling over on this keyboard.
Oh, goodness.
Because I'm sleepy. If I went back to bed now, I wouldn't wake up till 12 o'clock.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I got things to do this morning if everybody gets up. But it's been an interesting trip, I can tell you that.
That don't sound like ain't something I don't want to take.
No, I don't want nobody to go through it. Let me do it.
Goodness gracious. Always something when you get old you don't know. The only person that knows is the man upstairs. He knows when you came and he knows when you're going. And between those two times, he knows what you're going to go through.
Yeah. And he won't put more on you than you can handle.
I'm over our senior adults in the church. I'm over the senior adults. And every second Wednesday, we feed them, and then we try to bring in different doctors. We bring in different things, people that help them with walking and elderly and different stuff. In fact, we just the church had been there for years and never had anybody to put a senior adult program in that church. I'd
Good.
say
Yeah.
about 60% of them are senior adults. But anyway, you hear some stories. I mean, you normally there's 35 to 50 of us when we have a meeting or when we have something. And when you start talking to each other and everybody tells you what's wrong with them, you go, my goodness gracious.
Make me feel good. Look at here, man. I used to coon hunt with a boy when I was at Delta Pine named John Dyke. He had a good dog and I had a good dog. He moved to Idaho, bought a little sawmill out there and bought up a bunch of land. He'd done real well. Anyway, I got a hold of him a couple of weeks ago, and he said, "Man, I heard you had a little trouble." I said, "Yeah, I had a little trouble, I guess you called it that." And then it went dead silent. And nobody say nothing. I said, "John, you still there?" He said, "Yeah, I'm here." I said, "What happened?" And anyway, we started another conversation, and then he went dead quiet. And that kept going on. I said, "Boy, what in the hell is wrong with you?" He said, "I done had 2 strokes." So I said, "Well, what in the world? We can't even carry on a conversation. Can't neither one of us talk."
I don't know. You called him.
Yeah, couldn't neither one of us talk. It was a strange conversation. I ain't called him back.
Your friend in Idaho, you were talking about him. I heard you say he moved to Idaho and bought a sawmill and doing well, and then you were saying something else and I missed it.
Yeah, I called him, and we were talking,
Uh-huh.
and everything went dead silent for about 15, 20 seconds. Like that guy on TV, awkward pause. You know who I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
And then I started up the conversation again, and we all of a sudden everything was dead silent again on his end. And I finally said, "Boy, what's wrong with you?" And he said, "I done had 2 strokes." I said, "Well, ain't no need of us talking no more. We can't even carry on a conversation."
2 strokes.
Yeah, he done had 2 strokes. Big old stout boy, built like a sumo wrestler.
I'll be done. I know. Before I had my stroke, I had no high blood pressure. I had no diabetes, none of that stuff. I was taking one little pill I took because I had cancer, and then I had the cancer surgery and my heart was racing. That's the only thing I took. But after I had that stroke, now they got me on Ravastatins, they got me on blood thinners. I take 6 pills every morning. And I know when I take them pills, I'm going to have a headache for about an hour and a half. That's the way it is. I'm still here. I still can get up every morning and look at my wife.
There you go. That's the way I look at it too.
Well,
I told mine yesterday. I said, if you don't get straight, I'm gonna get me a young one in here.
yeah,
I said, because I got plenty. plenty of money in my 401k. She'd love to move in here and get a hold of that money one of these days. We go up here to Nick Clark and we get all that changed up a little bit.
I've been with mine 51 years, so I better let her hang around.
51. Heck, man. I don't know how long Kay and I have been together, but we started first grade together.
Is that right?
Yeah. Boy, I wish I could read chat from way back here. Well, I don't have to lean up. But I had a guy work for me back when I was farming for myself. His name was Buster Aldrich. And I don't know how old Buster was, but he was old then. And I'd see him up in town, and he'd have a young gal on both arms. I knew he had to be in his 70s. Finally, I asked him one day, I said, Buster, what are you doing with them young girls? He said, I go by the 100 rule, Mr. Steve. I said, the 100 rule? I said, what in the hell is the 100 rule? He said, well, when you got a gal and you're going to get into bed, he said, if your age and her age add up to more than 100, she's too old.
I got a brother-in-law who lives there. And he called me. He said, hey, man. He said, I'm sitting out here on my deck. He said, I spilled a whole bottle of castor oil. And said it hit that deck. The mama cat jumped down. And said, I watched her. Said she licked up about half a bottle of castor oil. And I was thinking to myself, well, I hope it don't hurt her. And said, I went on inside there and did something. And he said, I came back out and looked and said she was out in the field with 6 other cats. I said, what? He said, yeah. I said it was 2 digging, 2 burying, and 2 looking for another place.
Right. Yeah. Heck yeah. Buster, it was one Thursday. Buster said he needed to be off early on Friday evening. I said, that's fine, Buster. I said, wait, what you doing? He had more business than a New York lawyer. He said, I'm going to take my grandson over to Drew to the football game. So he got off that Friday early. And sure enough, I saw him when he left. And the next morning, Saturday morning when he showed up for work, I said, how'd you like the football game? He said, that was fun, Mr. Steve. He said, but I couldn't ever understand what was going on. He said, every time they get the ball to one of the guys, he'd get it and he'd either run with it or throw it to somebody else. He said he never did get hit. They never did hit him. I like him. Man,
what do you think about your Ole Miss coach, the new one?
We love him.
You do?
He's that state boy.
Is that right? I didn't know that. Yeah, I did read that. I think I did read something about that. You think he's going to stay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I like about it is he's defense, you know.
He's a defensive. Nick Saban always said, without defense, you can't win a ball game.
And offensive guys are a dime a dozen. Now, there ain't many of them like Kiffin, but you notice Kiffin brought him in to be the defensive mind. Can you imagine when they spending that NIL money at Oxford, what the defense is going to look like?
Oh. Oxford must come up with a lot of NIL money. Some of them farmers must be coming off that pocketbook.
No, some doctors and lawyers, man.
Is that what it is?
And Southern Tire. Y'all got Southern Tire up there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We got one not 30 minutes from my house.
My neighbor's son is the pilot for the people that own that thing, the brothers that own it. And he flies them to all the Ole Miss football games everywhere. And they
You would
own and
be dang.
they own jet, and they got a fleet of jets. You got more than one.
How many Southern Tires they got?
A bunches. You remember Dunlop and Kyle years ago?
Yeah, I do remember Dunlap.
Well, Dunlop is in Batesville. He's a tire man too.
Huh.
And he's a big donor.
Look at that.
So yeah, and all them doctors and crooked lawyers, they send the money back to the school too. I don't know if you noticed, but Archie and his entourage ain't been to a ball game since Kiffin was there.
Really?
Nuh-uh. No, you got to be a fan to realize it. All of a sudden, you just didn't hear nothing from Archie, but now he's going. They was all at the game yesterday. All the Manning.
Well, I'll be dang. Yeah, Archie's always been my favorite. I've always loved Archie Manning. I always thought he was a good guy.
He was. I grew up with him. I played American Legion baseball on the same team with him. I've been knowing him forever.
Is that right?
Yeah, see, I was born at Drew.
He's a good athlete too, wasn't he?
Oh man, was he?
All his boys pretty good too. What do you think about Arch?
I don't know. He doing a little better. He started off rough.
Yeah, I watched him play in high school. When of course he was playing with a private school, but I didn't see a lot there. I mean, he's from a good. He's got good teachers and he's got good lineage and he's got good bread in him. But I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see.
All right, I'm gonna get in here and fix me some coffee and get ready to get this morning going, Coach. You have a good morning.
You too, Bill. I'll get you that telephone number. Just be patient.
I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. I hope everything goes well. I'll be praying for you, okay?
Same here, man.
All right, bye-bye.
Come on, Jody. I might go to sleep talking to you. Pay you back. That Bill Wright's a good guy. He's so full of it, his eyes are brown, though. I know reading that little bit of text makes me sleepy. And it makes Lucky sleepy, too. Look at this silly cat.
Hello.
Hey, it didn't pop up.
I'm in the show, but no, I ain't got my camera up anyway, so it don't matter. I'm
Okay.
I'm getting ready to go. I think I'm gonna take my boat out this morning.
Can you see this over here?
I see Lucky. That's as far as I can see, though.
There he is.
Yeah.
He don't never get over 4 feet from me, Jody.
That's good. He likes you.
No, he loves me.
Yeah.
But look, I showed the blood rag earlier where he slapped me like behind my right here.
Yeah. Got your hand?
Well, his claws are so long when he retracts them, they still stick out.
Mm-hmm.
I need to carry him up there and get him trimmed, but I just hadn't done it. What temperature is up there this morning?
I don't know. It was warm last night when I come home. It went windy, and I'm like, dang, I should have went out fishing tonight. But it was already so late. So when I got up Thorn, the first thing I did was go out there and look and see what it's still no wind. It was, I believe it'd be warm enough I can take it. Just got to dress warm till it gets hot. It'll warm up eventually outside. It ain't windy though, so that's when you can't stand it on the lake.
Right.
So it cuts right through you.
I got a hint for you.
Okay.
Wear plastic.
Plastic.
You're outside. Put
Yeah.
clothes on under, but wear plastic outside.
Huh. Like
It's
the windbreakers.
yeah, a good windbreaker.
I've been looking at some, but I don't know if they's worth wearing or buying them.
It cuts the wind. It knocks the wind off. Cloth will eventually absorb all that wind.
Yeah.
Plastic will knock it off.
Okay.
How fast does your boat run?
24.
Well, go to a welding store and get you one of them fold down masks.
Yeah.
Not glasses, the whole face mask.
Yeah.
And and keep it where you won't get it scratched up. And you go, and that wind won't bother you at all traveling down the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And wear good gloves and put them in plastic bags
Yeah.
so to cut the wind off your hands, because your gloves will absorb that cold air too.
Okay. Yeah. My favorite place to fish up here on the lake, they got the ramp. They close the ramp now over winter
Why do they do that?
because it's in a park and they let the park take over it. It's a TVA ramp, but they say it's seasonal now. And so when they close the campground, they close the ramp.
I'd be down.
And I normally find fishing spots around the ramps. And that's just wherever I want to fish at, then I use that ramp. But now I probably have to drive 10 or 15 minutes to get to it. And I'm not going to do that on the water.
Yeah, well, when I was fishing, and I was running 45,
Yeah.
so I can tell you about that wind cutting through you.
I don't like to drive that fast.
Well, heck, a lot of times I had to drive 20 miles just to get to the fishing hole
Yeah.
on the Mississippi.
Oh, yeah. I don't have to do that. I would just go to a different ramp and load up and then
Well,
go.
the Mississippi don't have ramps like that.
Yeah.
And the ones we got are fast getting destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time it gets high water, it washes half the ramp away.
What? Goodness.
But all the ramps I used was close. I determined what ramp I was going to use by the bait I needed to get, not where I was going to go fishing.
Yeah. Well, see, that's where I got most of my bait was at that ramp. It had crappie, it had bluegill. I've got gizzard shad. I've got suckers there.
Yeah.
But you'd always get crappie and bluegill there.
Casting it.
Well, I'm going to say probably.
Yeah. Sometimes you put a worm or something out there.
That cast net may had a worm on it somewhere.
Yeah. You have to throw your bait back.
I
You know,
started having to go in the middle of the night and get it because I got busted by the game warden. He come up on me and I was standing out there with a whole bucket of bait and we come around the corner and there wasn't nothing I could do. I was out in the middle of that, the dock throwing the cast net in a bucket. I had we got a whole bucket full in like 5 minutes. I was just fixing to leave and I see him come around the corner and I'm like, oh no. And he come up on me and sit in the water about 10 foot away from me, watching me. And I'm like, don't even look at him and throw as bad as you can so he thinks you ain't catching nothing,
yeah,
So I did. And throwed a couple times. His jet ski come. He backed up a little to give that jet ski room to get in that dock. When he did, and that jet ski got in between us, I dumped that bucket of bait and I walked off the dock.
there you go.
Yeah.
They don't want to see no brim and crappie in your bait bucket.
I had bass in it too.
They sure don't want to see that.
I know. And the next time I went, I had one in a truck pull up. And I'm like, someone's probably ratted me out and told on me. So I started going about between midnight and 2 o'clock and getting it. Now I can't go at all.
There you go.
I didn't waste it. I turned them back loose if I didn't use them. Well, sometimes I froze them. If they died, I definitely froze them. That's been wakey. You can pull a Jody. Fall out of that chair. Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Holding on to this bar on my bed so I won't fall over.
You better go sleep. You don't need to fall asleep and get hurt. Follow your chair.
Well, I do need to go back. I do need to get in that bed. Ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But I'll get scratched.
You get scratched.
Yeah, 'cause old big boy over there thinks that's his bed.
Maybe you need to get his toenails cut a little.
I do. I know I do.
Yeah.
And the bed ain't 1 minute up the road.
Yeah.
But as wild and crazy as that cat is, when I came to the vet, you'd think he was a little kitten.
Yeah.
First time I carried him up there,
Uh-huh.
I went in one of the little rooms. I had him in a carrier,
Yeah.
I went in one of them little rooms that had 4 doors to it, and one of them big stainless steel tables, and I told them girls, I said, y'all better close all them doors. I said, we'll be chasing the cat all morning. And they said, is he that bad? I said, he's crazy as a loon.
Yeah.
So they said, well, set him up there on the table. They closed all the doors. I set him up there on that table and unzipped that door to that thing.
Yeah.
He stepped out on that stainless steel table, and one of them technicians put her hands on him, and he laid down and went to purring. I got so mad at that cat, I wanted to knock him in the head. Because I thought he was going to put on a show,
Yeah.
And he laid there just like he was supposed to be.
Yep. Yep.
And,
he's waiting on you.
And every time I've carried him up there since, he's been the same way.
Yeah. That's good, though.
Yeah. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take these glasses off. Maybe that's the reason I'm so sleepy.
You're sleepy because you're sleepy. You need the rest.
Well, I took my morning pills already too.
Yeah.
And Bill talking about he takes 6 pills. Hell, I take 6 3 or 4 times a day
Hmm.
or more.
I just
What,
take a pill of a night for my legs. I got restless legs.
what you take, gabapentin?
No, Promexapel or Pinarol, something like that.
Get you some of them gummies,
I can. I work.
like blood testing.
Yep.
Well, you can't pass no test on them gummy bears.
No.
I told my regular doctor that I was going to get on them.
Yeah.
And I don't have no female doctors. That's all I'll ever have.
Yeah.
Female doctors take better care of you than male doctors do.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Jody. This thing I had,
Yeah.
when them girls, them doctors found that thing with a CT scan and a MRI,
Mm-hmm.
and it had doubled in size in a week.
Wow.
And they knew what it was. They knew it was the bad one, you know.
Yeah.
Within a week, I was in surgery.
Wow. That's quick.
Yeah, them 2 girls, bulldog, man. They saved my life.
Yeah.
Because that thing, that glioblastoma, whatever it is I had,
Mm-hmm.
it doubles in size every few days. And if it doubled one more time, hell, it would have killed me.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't deal with number of females. Ain't number of females doing radiation.
Really?
Yeah. And I told them, too, when I went in there, I said, I sure am glad to see two women in here. And they asked me, why is that? And I told them what I just told you.
Yeah.
I said, because y'all going to do a better job than 2 old hard legs standing here. They laughed. But yeah. And a girl is the one that sent me to the doctor to start with, and she's just a physical therapist. But she saw my eyes bounce
Yeah.
while I was in physical therapy, and she walked over to me and she said, you better get your butt to the doctor as soon as you leave here.
Really? She knew right off the bat?
Yeah, because your eyes ain't supposed to bounce,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a sign of a tumor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's called NYSTAGMUS, nystagmus. And that's the only symptom I've had. I ain't had a headache. I hadn't had blurred vision. No telling how many doctors have asked me if I've had blurred vision. I said, I don't know. They said, you'd know if you had it. I said, well, I don't guess I've ever had it.
Yeah.
I ain't had a symptom yet for a brain tumor. Even after they cut the top of my head off, I still ain't had a headache.
Really? Well, that's a good difference.
I know it.
Sure
I
is.
don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat this thing or not, but I shall try.
Yeah.
That's all you can do is do the best you can do about it,
Yeah.
because it is what it is.
I think you're doing remarkable good.
Look, I just had this surgery at the end of October,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting up here talking to you.
That's right.
And look, I walk 400-500 yards every day
Yeah.
without assistance.
Mm-hmm.
I got on the lawnmower yesterday and went and picked all my neighbor's leaves up. And she come out and said, "You ain't got to be doing this, Steve." And I said, "Yes, I do." She said, "Why?" I said, "'Cause all these damn leaves are blowing up onto my carport." She said, "You feeling a lot? You getting better?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I can't. There's a lot of things I can't do, but
It's a
like
lot of fun.
what time I'm supposed to take my medicine. But Kay got a timer on the telephone. She keeps set all the time. And believe it or not, one of the hardest things I have to do is get dressed.
Is it?
Yeah, I have trouble getting shirts and things on.
Yeah.
I can get them on, but half the time the pocket will be in the back.
Yeah.
Put them on backwards. But I was doing that before I had a brain tumor.
I
Yeah,
do.
I think it's pretty amazing too
What?
that I'm sitting up here
Oh,
doing
yeah.
what I'm doing
Definitely.
and doing the things that I do. So there's some hope at the end of the rainbow.
That's right. Got to rig up fishing poles and everything this morning.
Y'all not cash so damn many.
I'd run out of swivels and I hadn't in about a month, so I think I was down to 3 rods that had setups on them. Probably been out 2 or 3 months actually. They only use one time. I like the Mad Cats 3-way swivels.
Yeah. I wish you'd go back and look at my videos and use the rig I use.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
how many?
it's the same as I explained it pretty good on there. It's the same as a 3-way rig, except you ain't got as many knots to fail.
I
It's
only had 2 knots.
huh?
I only had the hook knot and the knot to the swivel.
Well, you got knots where you tie the 3-way swivel on.
Yeah.
Well, see, my hook is on my main line.
Oh yeah. I've been tying some rigs where the sinker's at the bottom and it's 2 inline hooks snelled down the line, the leader above the hook, above the sinker. I let the
Yeah,
sinker sit on the bottom. I suspend those.
yeah, you got a loop in your line.
Yeah.
That's how we all started catfishing years ago. With 2 hooks, with a weight and then 2 hooks
Mm-hmm.
with make loop in your line.
No, I snell mine, inline snell.
You
You're
snell
talking
them.
about a drop a drop knot or something other. That's how I do my skipjack rods.
It's a trot line loop.
Yeah. You tie it around your finger
Or
2
back.
times and slip your hook through the loop.
Yeah.
I call that a drop hook. I don't know what it is. But that's how I do my skipjack rigs.
Hey, Nate.
I had
Yeah,
some people ask me to do some videos on how I do my rigs, so I'm going to start doing some of those.
I wish you would go back and look at my video, though.
Yeah,
You might
I'll look,
like
I'll look them up.
it. That way, when the fish bites, he's biting on the main line.
Yeah.
it ain't going through no swivel, and he don't never feel the weight or nothing.
You don't use no weight on it?
Oh yeah, but the way I got it rigged, the fish don't feel it. If it's
Oh, okay.
if it's a light bite,
Mm-hmm.
you know how they'll pick it up and drop it sometime if they feel that weight.
Yeah, I usually drop my weight down. If I'm in no current, I usually drop my weight down as low as I can.
Well, where I fish, there's always current, big
Yeah.
current, strong
Yeah.
current. It's a little tiresome to tie, but it works good. It's a whole lot of guys that fished in big tournaments that use that rig. Because I fished with all of them when their biggest fish was 20 pounds, and now they're professionals.
Yeah.
Especially all them guys around Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
No, Buck, I can't do it, man. This old left hand won't work right. Have you got one, Buck? I've tried and tried and tried, but I get frustrated and have to give it up. I get mad at myself. I gotta go back to rehab as soon as I get through with all this other stuff and get this left hand working a little better. I do a lot of exercises at home with dumbbells. I do curls and all that, but it ain't the strength. That's what Troy told me. Use the keyboard, but that ain't helping me any because I need to use this left hand. It's part of it, man. I found a couple of big ones walking around looking, but I ain't hunted them yet because I can't shoot that gun with open sight. I think Troy sent me a video on how to use the keyboard, but I ain't done it yet.
Well, Steve, I'm about to jump off. I'm about to go
Well,
hook the boat up.
I'm gonna have to go to bed, Jody.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Make sure you go to bed.
We're finna
And
close this thing out. I gotta lay back down.
all right. You know how to hit the end button, right?
Yeah, I had to go up here and hit it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Make sure you hit it on close. If you accidentally forget to, it'll close itself out in about 10 minutes. Nobody up there.
Which end stream did I hit? The one up top right?
It'll say end stream.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to jump down. Bye, Steve. Bye, everybody in chat.
Good luck to you, Jody.
Thanks.
See y'all later. Thanks for stopping in. Maybe next time y'all see me, I'll be awake. Get your big one, Buck. All right. See y'all later.